she suddenly wakes up and in her bewilderment, takes out the gun and shoots one.
What? Whoa. He just got MW3'd. Just 200 pump my mans like that. Yo, skitty. Gang. Clout chasing teenager kills people on live streams to gain followers. Spit about when you guys have a Discord. Like I said, if y'all don't be a part of these videos in my streams, I'm live on Zara's Live on Wednesdays, Fridays, and Sundays.
Hey film freaks, I'm your host Patrick, a comedy horror movie called Spree. The first scene pops up with a young man introducing himself as Kurt, who has an online social media channel called Kurt's World. He starts depicting his life as he moved with his parents from Los Angeles to Azusa. All the time he's active on social media, he's live 24/7 and recording every aspect. His stories include his dogs or his dad in the studio. He explains that his parents had a divorce and he lived with his mom for a while. Later, he finds his interest in video gaming, and he records that activity as well. He goes into various other things, trying to make his name in the social media industry. He attempts to make soundtracks, starts the product reviews, and gets into babysitting, as kids are a great source of enjoyable content.
Hey, when it's come up, grinding, I respect it.
Bobby is an online streamer. He plays video games and shows it live on social media. Bobby also has a significant number of following, and due to that reason, Kurt tries to become a part of it by including Bobby in his own live video. But instead of acknowledging and helping, Bobby just waves him off angrily and shouts at him for double-dipping his stream. Meanwhile, Kurt keeps on experimenting new things, and he goes on to become a spree driver, a cab driver who picks up passengers and drops them off at their destination. Meanwhile, it's been 10 years since Kurt Kunkel is trying to make a name on social media, but all his efforts are in vain as he's gained minimum to 0 followers or fans. After all of his unsuccessful engagements to attain fame, Kurt goes into solitude as he sees that there's nothing working out for him. After some time, he posts a video stating that something has sparked his mind that will grab the audience and will be able—
Bro, good again. Tell me this man don't like the guy off Stranger Things. What's his name? The guy that got possessed. He looks just like that guy off Stranger Things. Am I lying or not?
To make him viral. He calls his strategy the lesson, which he'll perform from the front seat of a spree. In April 2019, Kurt finally went viral. He starts his video by turning to his audience and introduces himself as Kurt. In the following clip, he's sitting at the back seat of his car and explaining that he has prepared the water bottles for his passengers, and later states that you have to get your camera set up, as you have to document everything. He then settles in and drives to meet his mom. He's still on camera when his mom calls him, and he runs after her. Later, he comes out with the bracelet and hangs it around the rear view mirror. Afterwards, he starts his drive. As his first passenger for spree, he picks up a guy named Frederick. Frederick tells him that he has to go to Highland Park.
Imagine getting in a camera and see a whole bunch of cameras like in front of you. You know, like, tell me that won't be like weird though. You feel me?
Later, he notices all the 6 cameras around and asks him what this is all about. Kurt simply says that all of this is for his protection. While they talk along, Frederick remarks that he is going to make a speech in front of 3,000 people.
He looks
Kurt
traumatized.
admires him for having a huge following. Later, it's revealed that Frederick is a compels—
What? He a what?
Kurt to believe that the white dresses are superior to every race. In response, Kurt simply refuses to take his ideas and remarks that he needs to stop it. He then explains that Bobby Bud Lee is on his live, and the scene shifts off to Bobby and his multiple videos. Him on a hoverboard, stealing people's phones for fun, him at a hotel and whatnot. And as Bobby himself is a very great influencer, the racist comments will shove him away, and in turn cause Kurt's ratings to drop. Meanwhile, as they go on, Kurt starts driving rashly just to spice things up for his fans. As they speed along, Frederick is scared and goes breathless. Kurt advises him to take a sip of the water bottle, to which Frederick agrees and drinks it. He claims that the water seems different, but Kurt replies in indifference. With a blast in the past, it's revealed that Kurt has injected all the water bottles with poison.
Why the hell would he do this? Why would he inject the bottles of— that gotta be a crime, right? Come on now.
While back at spree, Frederick starts coughing and tries to open the door, but all in vain. He kicks around as his breath gets caught, and he dies in the back seat of Kurt's car. In a psychotic manner, Kurt enjoys himself on Friedrich's death and shows a victory sign. Later, he claims that one is down, many more to go. For his next trip, he picks up a woman named Andrea.
Poisoning people.
She puts her stuff in the trunk And as she sits inside, she's in a heated argument with her husband. During her call, she grabs a water bottle and takes
Why
a
she
gulp.
got a
just as
cactus?
it's
Why she got a random ass plant right here, bro? What?
expected. After some time, she's unconscious in the back seat of the car. Kurt
Oh, he finna be
sits
devious.
beside her and unlocks her phone. While he's doing a
What?
psychotic adventure,
Oh, he
gets
finna
a
go
call
crazy.
from his father, which he rejects.
That's wild. Poison
he
the girl
then
is
gives
crazy.
himself a 5-star rating from Andrea's phone and all by himself replies abusively to her husband, who's texting her. The next scene shows
That's
Kurt in his car
crazy.
playing a hideous soundtrack. A guy sits in the back seat, minding his own business. Kurt tries to gain his
Bro, she
attention
locked
by
up right
telling
now.
him that the music on the radio is his own mix. Kurt enjoys himself on his stupid and senseless audio track while they're stuck in traffic. The passenger starts getting impatient and says he has to be somewhere. As they move along, another passenger's request pops up on the Spree app, asking to join the
Guess it was a
ride.
ride.
Kurt adopts another route that leads to the next passenger's destination. The guy, Mario, gets frustrated, but Kurt simply replies that he ordered Spree Social, and that's what he's going to put up with. As they move through the parking lot, they see the girl named
spit his
Jessie
gum
who's
out?
waiting for them. Kurt pulls up beside her, but one look at them, and Jessie moves away. Mario urges Kurt to pick her up, and he goes after her again. Jessie replies that she has
hell?
canceled the ride, but he takes it on himself. As Jessie settles in, Kurt blasts music, and Mario tells him to shut it off. As the music turns
She looks hella traumatized right now. Like, this man just chased me down for a ride, and I'm like,
down,
crazy.
Mario recognizes Jessie as a comedian with a mega following. Kurt gets interested and converses with her about her success. In the meantime, Mario starts filming and tells everybody on the camera that he's with Jessie Adams, which pisses her off. She gets into an argument with Mario. She then goes live on Instagram and shows everyone the stupid face of Mario and how he's been troubling her. While they're arguing,
Is she a famous
Mario
person?
remarks that being insta-famous has got into her head. Kurt instantly stops the car and asks Mario to get out. Instead of him, Jessie leaves the car. And on her way out, she grabs one bottle, throws the water on Mario's face, and leaves. After this embarrassing incident, both of them start their journey again. Kurt
hacker
takes him
gaming. How
along
you
a
doing?
deserted road, stating that it's a shortcut. Mario starts throwing up, and Kurt gets angry and asks him to go out to clear himself. As the
Bro,
car
they in the-
stops,
where the
Mario
hell-
goes
they in the
out
oil
to take
field?
a piss, and Kurt then reverses the car and smashes into him. The body flies over and drops on the roof. He again reverses the
My man just flew to the moon.
car, and as Mario falls on the ground, Kurt drives
Oh,
forward
nah.
and enjoys himself as he runs the car over Mario's body.
Bro, it just
That
smacked
night,
him.
Kurt turns on the LEDs in his interior and then watches various videos of Jessie Adams as she stands on a stage as a stand-up comedian and performs her
Bro,
act. Later,
what?
Kurt is filling up the car and Bobby makes fun of him on his live stream as he's the only one watching. Kurt tries to make his point that his shitty content is somehow good.
Yeah, hacker game. I
while
didn't
Bobby
have
keeps on
hacker. I remember
roasting
that,
him.
bro. Thank you.
Meanwhile,
Still, thank you.
a
I
cop at the
appreciate
gas
that, man. I
station
love you.
eyes
Thank
Kurt
you.
suspiciously as he
I'm still
explains
out here
himself on the
grinding for
live
y'all.
stream. Bobby then suggests a YouTube video about helping the homeless. He then explains that it's all fake and staged.
W for your
Bobby
mans.
also
Everybody say
comments
W-
that
W
Kurt should
hacker
do
gaming right now.
something
W hacker
exciting
gaming, man.
and
W
post
mans.
WTF moment content, otherwise it won't work.
I love
That
you, hacker,
night,
man. I
Kurt
love you,
picks
bro.
up 3 people and rushes down a boulevard. The passengers are pissing their pants at Kurt's rash driving, but he assures them it's fine. One of
This is fit though. Like, my man dressed like a whole GTA character though.
the girls comes forward up beside Kurt and admires his sense of adventure. He
Oh,
then offers them to go to a secluded
Riz.
place for some adventure. They all agree, and as they reach there,
W
Kurt
freaking
asks the
Riz.
ones in the back seat to get out of the sunroof and enjoy their moment. The couple goes live on Instagram and they start to enjoy themselves. Meanwhile, the girl
He
named
rizzing shorty
London
up.
sits beside Kurt as he explains how he grew up in this place. While they're talking, he speeds up and breaks a gate and they enter a junkyard. He asks
What?
London to
Yo.
get herself out of the window and enjoy the scene, but he stops at the
closed it
place
on
and
him?
they get attacked by wild pit bulls. London shrieks and rolls up the window after getting back inside. Meanwhile, Kurt closes the glass around the couple as 2 dogs climb up the roof and attack them.
Bro,
as they get raided by the
what?
beast, Kurt pulls out a drill machine and murders London. The next scene
What?
shows
He murdering people?
Kurt going through a car wash and cleaning all
This
the
man is a
bloodshed. In
menace.
the meantime, he calls Bobby and asks if he saw the most amazing killing spree of his time.
This is a freaking
Bobby just
menace,
replies
bro.
casually that it means nothing as nobody saw it. Kurt gets angry and as he leaves the car wash, he looks up at Jessie Adams' content. While scrolling, he sees her go live on Instagram. He joins the call to witness that there's nothing special about her content. She says she's going to Joke Bros, and later she's only filming the moments with her grandmother. but hundreds of people are
Bro's
admiring her. He gets jealous
Bro's a
and
real
complains
stalker.
about
Chat, this is called harassment. Harassment.
why she's getting so much attention without even doing much. Whereas he's here busting his ass trying to attain fame. He gets furious and says that it
he's
isn't
hating.
fair at all. Meanwhile,
He a
Jessie is
hater.
at her room trying to decide an address. And side by side, Kurt's also on live while he visits the house and knocks on the door. On her live stream, Jessie hears a knock and is suspicious who would come at this hour.
The
At the same
hell?
time, Kurt is waiting outside for the door to open up.
That's creepy as hell. This is mad creepy. That's mad creepy right there, Goody Gang. Don't do this.
Jessie goes down and opens to find a
Don't show-
random dude
don't
at
show
her
Shorty's house
doorstep, and it's
unannounced.
revealed that Kurt is actually at Bobby's house. He live streams him and tells him how he has figured
okay.
out everything. He then asks Bobby to give him a good introduction, which Bobby does. He roasts the shit out of Kurt by telling everyone on the live stream that he was with his babysitter and now has some insane obsession with going famous,
freaky
and in
was
the
good,
name
innit?
of attention seeking, he's doing insanely illegal things. He goes on roasting, but Kurt pulls out a knife and stabs him. Bobby goes down as Kurt live streams.
Who just goes to my man's house and just stab him like that?
The guy named Miles makes weird attempts on her and tells her that he's being paid for being so talkative. Back at Bobby's place, Kurt is washing himself up in the shower and showing it on live stream.
Bro literally killed a man and live streamed it. You're telling it be the dumbest criminals out here. You got drugs and stuff, you show it on social media. You murder somebody, you be like, oh, I murdered this person. Yeah, I did it. That was me. Like, you flex it, but you're gonna get caught. And they have calls.
On looking at the stars and having
He's
more than
washing all the
100
blood
people
off
in
now.
his live, he
Crazy.
rejoices and triumphs. After getting out from the shower, he claims that he's taken over Bobby's setup and puts himself live from his channel. While around 4,000 people are watching him, he gets a text from his dad
This is the
to
next
come pick him
level.
up to go to the
Next-
club and see
next level
Uno,
Clout chaser.
a very famous influencer. As Kurt picks up his dad, he gets in an argument regarding his mother. They both quarrel about it, and suddenly, Kurt's dad finds a gun in the glove box. He inquires why he has the gun with him, to which Kurt replies
you
it's
filming?
for his
That's
own
crazy.
safety.
Can I sign
He
up?
also explains that the spree job might make him come across thugs, and for that purpose, he keeps a gun. As
Hell.
they drive along, Kurt breaks multiple signals and crosses the red lights. They finally reach the club, and Chris goes live. Kurt sees the club to realize it's a strip club, not a dance club. They both meet Uno
Facts,
and her
Paul. That's
friends.
facts, man.
Kurt requests her to come in his live feed and mention him. As she does that, the comments start popping
That boy got the Asian shorty's head. Dang.
up about how hot Uno is. After a while,
That boy
Kurt leaves,
risen.
and as he sits in his car, Uno arrives and asks him to take her to a taco truck. They go to the place, and Uno gets her pictures taken by Kurt while
Bro's
he's in the
raising her
waiting
up,
line.
man.
Uno gets the pistol from his dashboard and snaps herself while going live as well. In the meantime, Kurt grabs the food and back in the car, Uno takes a sip from the water bottle already in the car. She starts to cough, and as Kurt returns, he finds her unconscious. Just as he's looking at her, two cops pull up and interrogate him. They ask him to come out, and they perform the sobriety test on him. As one of the police officers come up to Uno, she suddenly wakes up, and in her bewilderment, takes out the gun and shoots one
What? Whoa. He just got MW3'd, bro.
officer in the head. Immediately afterwards, she flees from the scene. Meanwhile, Kurt gets back into his car.
Why
but
did
is chased by
Shorty
the
just
cops.
200 pump my mans like that? She 200 pump my mans like that.
He
What?
goes the wrong side of the highway and broadcasts everything live. He's excited as his followers and viewers increase and keeps on weaving through the traffic in a very dangerous manner. After a long chase, he gets off the highway, and while he's boasting himself on the live feed, he drives into a construction area where his
Bro,
car topples and
what?
crashes upside down. The scene shifts at Joke Bros, where Miles is trying very hard to make the audience laugh, but it doesn't work at all. He
What
then
the
welcomes
hell?
Jesse Adams on the stage, and everyone is hyped up. She hypes them up even more in her signature style. Suddenly, Kurt comes back on his live feed, and the
Oh,
30,000 people
no.
watching express their excitement for him being alive after his incident. While everybody is live streaming her on social media, Jessie explains
has
the
a whole
incident she
gun.
had with Kurt during her spree ride. Kurt gets frustrated with her roasting and making fun of it.
Bro, he got blasted on stage. Now he finna Twitter pump her. I guess Fortnite.
And is about to shoot her when she rearranges her words. She explains how she was just like Kurt in the start and how we're desperate for attention. She then announces her retirement from social media by breaking her phone. Upon all that flow of events, Kurt decides not to shoot her and leaves the house. While backstage, Miles films Jessie and hypes up, and she gets extremely agitated and leaves. Back on the road, Kurt orders a taxi. As he settles in, he converses with the old guy, and after some time, he wickedly steals the car from him. Meanwhile, back at the club, Miles is making his attempts on Jessie and asks her if he can drop her home. Instead of going with him, she orders a taxi and leaves. As she sits inside, it's revealed that Kurt is who picked her up. He then converses with her and reminds her that they've met before. Jessie starts to get uncomfortable when Kurt drives the wrong way. She asks him to stop the car, but he keeps on driving and talking. She further freaks out as Kurt states he's taking her to his house. Suddenly, in her defense, she grabs a wire and tries to choke Kurt. He punches her in reaction and she goes unconscious. Kurt then picks her up and lays her in front of the car. The maniac then posts a poll on social media to ask the audience
what should you do with Jessie? Bro, this man is literally a serial killer. You remember that one guy of one movie? I know, I forgot the movie though, but this man is a menace to society, good gang.
They want him to do to Jessie, whether to fuck her,
the
marry
first option
her,
is insane.
The maximum poll goes
what do you mean? What do you mean smash, marry, and kill? Yo, King pointed out W-Man. That is a wild option. I'm not gonna lie to you, bro. Wild.
For the kill.
Bro is a horny menace.
To run her over, but Jessie disappears. Kurt leaves the car to look for her, but she comes back from the other side and sits inside. She presses the pedal to overrun Kurt, but he darts towards his house. Jessie chases him in the car, but crashes it in the living room. As the car gets to a halt in the broken wall, Kurt comes near her and assaults her, but she hits him back and he runs off to another room. Jessie, all disheveled and freaked out, gets out to look around when Kurt's dad comes in, all drunk and high on drugs. He exclaims what she has
Bro, is that a needle? Is that a needle in his head? Oh, he's a druggie.
Done. Jessie retreats and trips over a dead body of a woman. Chris cries upon the sight of the dead body. The woman is actually Kurt's mother. Meanwhile, Kurt comes out of a room and grabs the gun from the car. He shoots his dad time and again.
He shot his own dad, bro. This man does not deserve to live. He needs to be locked in a room.
Revealed that Kurt killed his own mother earlier. In the interim, Jessie scampers past him and starts the car. Kurt sees her and tries to shoot her, but the gun goes empty.
That is
Jessie
wild.
reverses the car to escape, but it gets stuck. She then accelerates forward and hits Kurt. She keeps on dragging until he's crushed against the wall. Meanwhile, the viewers online get hyped up and request Jessie to go and see if he's alive. She slowly gets out, approaches him, and hits him hard in the face.
It's like GTA.
50,000 people watch. Jessie shows the butchered face of Kurt and smiles at the camera. She snaps the picture and posts it on her social media.
That is absolutely absurd. Taking a picture of that is wild, bro. That is wild.
And afterwards, a flurry of internet emotions and reactions start. Social media starts the top trends for Kurt Kunkel, and the whole industry floods with his stories, actions, and ruthless adventures. Drop a comment below.
See you good gang. Listen, this is literally why you don't trust clout chasers right here, man, because they do anything for clout. I've dealt with that so many times on the come up of YouTube. Over the years, people are just coming for me not for what I have, and that's what comes with it. That's how it is. But if you enjoyed this video, make sure you subscribe to the channel, leave a like, and also comment on your favorite part in this video. And love y'all.